Yo, okay. The mic quality might be insane now, guys. I'm using my microphone as my mic. This is part 5 or something. I was trying to figure out what to upload. I was gonna upload a video of the second close I just got. It was yesterday, and it was really intense. I think it was an incredible one to learn from because the client came in there super angry and upset, and then by the end of it, he like really wanted the product. He really wanted to work with me. It was like a complete switch up. But I'm worried now about like liability reasons. Like if I decide to get sued now, like if a client gets angry with me or just wants to like take advantage of me and try suing me because of some violation of privacy, I don't know. I'm worried about that. All right. So until I get an editor or until I figure out how to edit, um, that one will be in the books for a little bit. But for this video, I wanted to make the attention of I'm gonna show you guys how I prepare for my closing calls, how I prepare for my meeting, because only 2 calls in so far, but 2 for 2, but I have one in about an hour, so I thought it'd be perfect timing because I do have to prepare for this one. But let me talk about. I'll talk about everything. I'll be just open my mind on how I prepare for this. So coming into them, I mean, it's only my second one, right? I've only done 2. About to do my third one right now, but like, there's a lot of nerves coming into it. There's a lot of anticipation. You might be like, is this client gonna show up? Something I told myself is I'd give myself 15 minutes until I leave the call. I will send them a text message an hour before. I'll send them a text message like 10 minutes before. I'll send them the link to the Zoom or the Google Meet on the time, and I'll keep following up because if they agree to that time, like I will be a little bit rigorous with my follow up. Coming to that meeting because I know they're on the meeting, they're gonna get closed, right? Um, but have my notes prepared. The framework that I really just come into with it, super simple. Intro. Intro is like, hey Jeffrey, like how's it going, man? It's good to talk to you. Small talk, building some rapport. Be like, oh, how's your day been so far? Try connecting with them on anything, right? We build relationships through connections and commonalities. So a lot of time I like to use the race card. So if they're brown, I'd be like, hey brother, habla español, right? Or if they have look in their background, maybe they have a cross on the wall. Maybe they have a book you like, right? But something I've learned too from door to door is like when you enter the house, you're always looking around trying to scout what you may have common ground on, because humans really connect when we have a common basis to work off. But I like to get a little bit of a yap going on, maybe a couple minutes, and then the second I feel a little bit of a awkward tension or a pause, or just something, right? That's my transition phase. I'm like, okay, like random question, man. Like what brought you the urge to actually even come on this call with me right now, and take your time out of your day to do this. And the why I'm asking that question is for them to open up, for them to sell themselves, for me to hear what they've heard about technology, right? It's a very open-ended question, and it helps me perceive into the my buyer's mind and understand where their perspective is coming. I'm starting to read their tonality. I'm trying to understand maybe if they seem like they're in a rush. All these things are coming to mind, right? I'm trying to qualify them in their buyer's persona. I forgot what book it was, but there's a good book on buyer personas and how there's analytical buyers, there's emotional buyers. Some people are just straight shooters, right? And so I try morphing myself to the buyer persona that they have. Because our job, right, we know our product is good, and like trust me, if you haven't started cold calling, you'll realize it really quickly with how many businesses do not pick up the phone, do not have a good dialer, have a shitty robo system, right? And you really feel the pain when you're cold calling. And so I know I can help these people out. So I'm going to be the best possible professional that I can be as a salesperson and serve them to the level they need to be served, right? So that's the intention coming into this. And I may need to adapt my communication style to communicate better with them, so they can understand me, so I can be more compassionate. So maybe they need me to be more rough, more masculine, maybe more pushy for them. Maybe they need me to be more like listening, right? Whatever it is, you kind of, it feels like babysitting almost. It feels like you're taking care of like a baby, and you're just gotta match their energy. You gotta hear them out. You gotta be respectful, of course. But yeah, so intro, and then that transition question, and that kind of starts opening up the sales floor. I start hearing what they have to say, and the huge part here is pain, right? We can't sell anything without building that pain. The person has to feel the pain. Um, and the second you catch any glimpse of pain, right, in their tonality, maybe in their breath, maybe they're a little uncomfortable, maybe they're a little anxious, right, look for that pain, because pain is not just um, a business problem for them. It's emotional, it's physical, it's in the body, it's in the nervous system. So I'm seeking out that pain. Sorry if this is way too loud, by the way. I'm looking at the limiter and it's kind of red. So, but yeah, I'm really looking for that pain, and I'm pulling on that pain as much as I can before I look for the next pain, right? So let's say someone's like, yeah, just I just get a lot of scammers and it's annoying. I'm like, I stop there. I'm like, this is their pain. This is the first, like, I'm a doctor, right? And they're first telling me their problem. I have to go back. I'm like, dude, you're getting a lot of sorry, I messed that up. I'm like, sorry, dude, you're getting a lot of scammers. Like, how annoying is that? Right? I'm trying to build pain. I'm trying to go into. I'm like, dude, how does that affect you? How do you feel about that? Does that happen all the time? Right? These questions that just elicit more of a response. You're digging deeper and deeper and deeper, right? If someone's like, dude, yeah, I missed a call yesterday and it just sucked. I'm like, dude, how much money was that for you? I'm like, imagine, is that every week, right? We're trying to really dig into this pain. And I stop here to really emphasize this because pain building is one of the most important things in sales. And I've sold like thousands of people at this point, different products. And like the biggest mistake I've always made as a salesman was not building enough pain. And it was so hard for me to have the discipline, to have the patience, to be patient and slow down with my client, to be there with him, and to be empathetic, where I want to understand where your pain is. I want to understand why you're suffering. I want to understand how I can help you and best serve you, right? And so you have to be patient. You have to be disciplined and not try jumping to the close, not try transitioning until you've built a solid foundation of pain for the client. So reiterate, intro, transition, with that transition question. It can be any broad question like, why'd you take this call? But opening up the floor and then trying to seek out that pain. And the demo, what I'm seeing so far is the demo is like the killer. It's the closing, sealing the deal. And so I'm playing the demo. I'm holding off the demo as long as possible. And it may only be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, right? But I'm holding off the demo because, like in sales, right? You're kind of like a Pokemon trainer, and like first thing I have is my Pikachu. My Pikachu is my smile, my charisma, being able to be kind to them, introduce myself, building that rapport, and then my Charizard is the transition, right? And we have these Pokemons in our back pocket, and you use them wisely because you only have a limited amount of things, right? And so you have to make sure to space them out and use them wisely. That's a crazy analogy, by the way. I don't know if that made sense. But so right. But my Bulbasaur, right? Bulbasaur, let's say Bulbasaur is the most OP Pokemon in my pocket. That's the demo. And I'm holding Bulbasaur until I've built so much pain. I've attacked them with my Charizard. I've built that pain. I've shot my Fire Blast at them, my Flamethrower. I'm like, pain, pain, pain. Oh shit, pain, pain, pain. Right? They're suffering. They're suffering. And they're hurting. They feel it. They're like, what is it? What is it? What's the solution? And I'm like, man, I don't want to say no more. Let me just show you this demo. And then, boom, I pull out my Bulbasaur. I pull out my Mega Card and unleash it. They hear the demo, and dude, this stuff is good, right? This technology, if you're using assistables, you're using Go High Level, like, we are forerunning the creation of this technology. This stuff works. It's solid. And so, they hear the demo, and afterwards, I make sure to I stop, and I'm trying to just listen to them. Remember, you want the prospect to be talking like 80% of the time. You just want to be listening and understanding and being empathetic. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, I finished the demo. I'm like, man, I want your honest thoughts. What did you think of that? And you see that right there, how I was like giggling, I was exuding some joy. I'm trying to plant my conviction, because I love my product, right? I want to transition that conviction and belief into the spirit of that person, right? And I don't know if you're believe in spirituality. God is real. Jesus is real, by the way. Repent now if you haven't. But I don't know if you believe in anything like that, or if you're a scientist. But sales is an energy game. It's the game of transferring your conviction into the conviction of the other person, right? You have this belief in your head where you know this product works, you know it can help them, but unless that same exact energy is planted into the heart of the other person, they will not buy your service. And so, if you're on these calls and you're like, "Oh, hey man, how's it going? It's good to see you. I'm glad you hopped on." Dude, they're not gonna buy. They can sense your energy. These people are in business, right? They work with clients. You decided to choose B2B, and B2B is, man, it's the next level game, right? Because these people all have experience. We're working with entrepreneurs. We're working with business owners. These people have a desire to succeed in business. To like, they studied books, they've studied people, they've talked to hundreds of people, right? So like, confidence and conviction is so important. If you're not confident in your product, don't sell. Research your product, understand it, use it, explore it, demo it. Like before, I was showing demos to everybody, like my mom, my sister, my family, everybody, until I felt in my heart, I'm like, this shit is awesome. And when this shit is awesome, I know I can sell it, right? So yeah, it's super important to have conviction in your product. You have to like exude that confidence in what you're doing, and knowing that what you're doing is helping these people. It's an energy game, right? All that is just to say it's an energy game, and you got to be farming your energy to a high level. Now, okay, I kind of got off a tangent, man. I'm getting passionate about this. If you guys can tell, like, sales is one of my favorite things of all time. Like, this whole year I've worked, I went to like 5 different states. I was selling different products, and man, I love sales so much. I think it's such a fun game, and it gets me into flow state. I love it, so I get very passionate about this. But yeah, once I show the demo, now we gotta close. All right, they seen the demo. Also, this is where I've seen that I've been transitioning to a lot of my other bundles. So I'm leading with immense value with this the AI bot, right? The AI calling. And then they're asking questions, hearing their opinions. I'm like, what do you think about it? How can it help you? And also a big thing is I'm future foretelling. Not foretelling, I'm selling the dream. I'm selling the destination. So whenever I get a chance throughout the whole sales call, whether it's the cold call or the meeting, I am constantly trying to plant seeds of this being in their business. So I'm like, yeah, dude, when it's working, yeah, dude, when you don't have to pick up the phone anymore, it's gonna be insane. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm excited to work with you. I'm like, dude, let's get this going. Like, I'm always trying to plant seeds that they already have this product, so I can get them mentally imagining that their business is already working smoothly. It's already working better. It's already not having to pick up the phone. Like, they already feel the solution in their mind. They're already thinking about the future, right? So whenever there's a chance, do that. Always try to plant that future conviction. And then I was saying, did I just voice crack? Okay. Another thing is what was I saying with the bundle, right? So I'm leading with that main value, and then I'm also dropping my bundle, which is my chat widgets, which is follow up, right? Whatever you're also giving with not just the agent. I'm like, oh, but like, hey, Mr. John, I also got to tell you, like, yeah, a lot of people love this voice agent, but let me show you this too real quick. These have been super popular for a lot of the detailers. This guy had like 400 reviews, and he really loved this one. It's let me show you. So on your website, and then I'm going down and giving more value. We're just throwing value at them, right? We're showing them more than they can handle. And then after that, right? Like, they've had all the value, and then it starts getting a little bit tense. When it starts getting tense, it's knows because you're coming to the close, right? They start getting hesitated, their worries, their objections, whatever it is. But feel, felt, found. Like, let me think of an objection. Yeah, dude, but I don't know if it can really help me, man. I don't know, can it close as well as me? Like, 100%, Mr. Jones. I understand how you feel, right? You're worried that this technology isn't going to be able to close deals how you do. And if I'm being completely honest, nothing will close as good as you do, right? You've studied your product, you've been in sales for years. Um, like my client, Shelly, she felt the same exact way. She was an amazing salesman. But what she found out was that this system not only produced the same exact results because the customers were already ready to buy when they called, and also that she was able to step away from doing that and having to pick up the phone all the time, that she hired 3 more employees and became a bigger business. Okay, that was all just like, that was made up on the spot, so it might not have been as smooth, but I hope you see what I did. Feel, felt, found only works when you feel what the customer is feeling, and you truly do. You have to be an empathetic person and understand like where that pain is, because they can sense the bullshit. If you're just saying something that like, dude, I don't feel that, they're gonna be like, fuck you, dude, and get off the call. Sorry for cussing. But yeah, so found too, feel, felt, found. That's the feeling. Felt is, I had a customer who felt the same way. You don't say I felt the same way. You don't say felt whatever. You relate with them with an example. And in that way, it's detached a little bit away from them. They have a better perspective. They understand it better. I don't know. Don't tell me how or why. It's psychology, I guess. But it works. You relate with them. You relate with another person in the same industry, in the same niche. And then you say their solution, what they found out. So you're rolling the objection by using another person as the example, and then you close. And then in a close, you just gotta be like, I don't know. I'm still trying to get better with my closes, but I would just transition to something like when they're ready to buy, never sell past the, what do you call it, the yes, right? So whenever you feel that yes, whether it's in the energy, whether it's in their tone, whether it's anything like man, let's get this started on Tuesday or Friday, what works better for you? And if they're trying to schedule, that's the close. You close them like, okay, perfect, man. So, and then start setting expectations, or already like it's closed. You just rolled past it. You're already closing. They don't even realize it. They do, right? But it's so natural to them. It is so natural when you're servicing them, like giving them an amazing experience, right? Where they're like, okay, I guess I'm doing this. I'm excited. Or okay, I kind of jumped ahead of myself. I can only do that right now because like I'm offering for free, right? But when there's price objections, then completely different world. I'll have to give another video when I start doing actual pricing, but I would probably do something just like, I'm like, yeah, man, so here, let me show you the plans right now that most people are doing. We have an amazing deal going on, and explain your offer, explain your risk reversal. Risk reversals are huge, right? If you have a risk reversal, you can really be like, yeah, dude, like, I mean, 90 days, if you don't like it for some reason, and when most people are, like, everyone is still with me as a client, then you can just, get rid of the stuff. I'll give you your money back, and you won't ever have to worry about it. No hard feelings for me, man. It's just a pleasure to do business with you, right? But yeah, if at 90 days doesn't work out, then I'll just refund you. So yeah, let's get this started though. So risk reversal, and then boom, just go right into it. But yeah, that was kind of all over the place. I don't know. I hope there was a little bit of value there. I hope that kind of explained the like how the closing process may go. Obviously, like another thing with sales is, like, you'll never meet a salesperson really who sells like another salesperson. Especially when you meet like experienced salesmen, they're all so uniquely good and different. Because truly, like, sales is just a game of being authentic and giving your conviction and your energy and being real, right? And so we all have a unique individual ability. Each one conveys and communicates in a different capacity. And so whatever your capacity is, that's your sales style, right? Whether you're analytical, whether you're emotional, whether you're a jokester, or whatever, you're super serious, you're like, hello, Mr. Anderson, right? Well, it doesn't matter. Just be you and get reps in like crazy, and yeah. So shout out to that's someone joined my meeting. Hold up. No, shout out to Jesus, praise the Lord. And please let me know if you actually watched this video. Drop a comment down below in the comments. Say like, yo, I watched this video, or drop a like. Like, it makes me so happy when there's actually one person who put their time to watch this. just brings me a lot of joy because I don't know, I don't expect anybody to watch this honestly, but myself. So appreciate you, Seabass. Probably will be watching this in the gym, and yeah, have a good one.